monitor my thing.
Oh, there it is. I understand.
Everybody, we're going live. Okay, so at least
here
we're in daytime, so it's like bright and you can like see us.
Sunburn I got.
Shockingly, sun hat.
Good job.
Look at this. Look at this pale Scottish complexion that's not
Still
red
pale.
after being out in the sun. Sun hat.
I got a little bit of sun, something where my eyes were stinging the entire evening.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, super fun. I was like, I hope I'm not blinded. I've had friends when we were little. Their parents took them skiing, and they didn't know to wear sunglasses on the snow.
Here's the thing with snow: it's white.
Yeah.
So that like reflects light.
Literally had burned their retinas.
It hurts.
Yeah, hospital time.
Yeah.
So since then, I'm convinced that every time I'm gonna burn my retinas.
Every time you're in snow.
Every time I'm anywhere in the sun.
Oh. Yeah. I was just more commenting about how frequently you're in snow.
I'm always never in the snow ever. I don't do
Have you yet to see actual falling snow?
I'd say yes. Jesse says no, it doesn't count.
Okay, then I'm probably going to be siding with Jesse. Yeah. I have a hunch.
Because I'm like, well, I've never seen whatever the fuck this is. So I've seen falling snow. He goes, it's not falling snow.
Oh, it was like those barely flurry things?
Yeah.
Okay,
like they didn't hit the ground.
Oh, yeah, that's not snow.
Yeah. So that's where we are. So I've been in actual fallen snow. And I've seen whatever that is.
I would love to see your face. And people who live in snow know how much this is the magic time of the flakes that are like gigantic that are falling really heavily. Like that's when I would love to see you because
I think that's what Jesse means too.
Yeah. That is something that is magical, that is unworldly, that is like
I just want to see the dogs in it.
It's like
maybe
it's like silence because it absorbs all sounds. So
that was something that I only found out as an adult that it doesn't make sound, and I still can't quite comprehend it.
It's the same thing of if you're, in a room that is built for sound deafening, like a recording room, and you have all the styrofoams or egg cartons or whatever on the walls to record all the sounds. That's what snow does. Snow just dampens all the sound.
That one I have to experience.
Yeah,
it's like it's like trying to. It's as confusing to me as like when weather guys have to move in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
To be on the right side of the camera.
Yeah.
That's how confused. Like my brain just goes, what?
Yeah, my favorite time in the world in the winter when I was in college. I was up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So my favorite time in the entire world was, after midnight, outside. With those giant falling flakes with no one else around. I would just walk the streets.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Unworldly, especially if you're out at like in a park.
See, the earth is fucking magical.
It is.
It's one of the things I love that I miss is, so back home we were in a valley.
Yeah.
But the valley jutted up.
Was it a great valley?
It was not.
Were there tree stars?
It was a pretty fucking good valley.
Yeah.
But it was not technically the Great Valley. It jutted into the ocean.
Yeah.
So that the valley ended in the ocean. So you would get the sea breeze into the valley.
Yeah.
Which was, inside land. So you were never really more than like 10, 15 miles from the ocean, even when you were surrounded by mountains.
Yeah.
So it was like one mountain range along the ocean, a little bit of land, and then another mountain range on the inside. So it's like mountains, ocean, mountains. And so no matter how hot it was during the day, the second it got dark, you got the nice ocean breezes.
Oh, yeah.
It was nice and cold. So to me, that's how it should be. Sun goes away.
Not how it
gets cold.
It's not how it gets.
It's not get that way here. But this place has its own charms, if you will. It can.
Sure.
Here's what's nice in Florida. Come November, the temperatures drop. You're outside at night. And those of us who don't like the super cold.
When do you say temperatures drop?
They do drop. They drop a solid 10, 15 degrees.
Okay.
Now, for those of us who like warm, tepid weather, those of us who have no AC and cold or hot resistance, it's perfect.
I'm sure for you, it's wonderful.
Because at night, in our sweet, sweet valley, you go out at night in your nice clothes, you're freezing to death because it is, believe it or not, it is like 30 to 40 degrees.
I lived in layers, so you always had the jacket with you.
But that's the thing, you can't have the jacket because during the day it's like 80
That's what
degrees.
I'm saying. You live in layers, so you always have a jacket with you. It may not be on, but you have it with you.
But that's no fun when you're trying to be cute at night.
I know, didn't know what that meant.
That was our life.
And for those of you who see the video, can see my awesome Critical Role dagger shirt.
It's pretty great.
I'm shocker team backs.
I believe that.
Emo theater kids, man.
Yeah.
Emo theater kids have a soft spot in my heart.
You give me a gothy, steampunky, arrogant Percy. Did I just describe boyfriend Jesse?
Well, I mean, I didn't describe Nick. He's not an emo theater kid.
No, I may.
But I have an emo theater kid for a dog.
Yes, you do.
So
I may have described Jesse, but also described Percy. That's all me.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Are we ready?
Yes, let's do this.
For this?
Let's do it.
Okay. 174?
174. Nice work.
Welcome to episode 174 of There's No Place Like Terra, a Stargate First Watch Rewatch podcast. I am Nixie.
And I'm Grace, and I forgot to get rid of my gum. Today we are going over Atlantis, Season 1, Episode 11, The Eye, a.k.a. Thank you. AKA Post-it note for gum.
I just handed Grace a subtle Post-it note.
Super cool. And me being not subtle at all. I'm like, what is this?
I had to point it out.
Post-it for
we
gum.
are almost professional time.
Super tight professional.
Recording
Here's the thing. I'm professional all goddamn week long. I'm done.
To be fair, no. We're professionals, just not with like word usage.
That's what I mean, though. I do that all day long.
You do use words to communicate things.
So many days of the week that come the weekend, I'm like, what do words do?
I've said it before. I will say it again and again and again. Nixie no words much.
AKA,
says the person who has a weekly podcast where
live
she words.
Free or Atlantis harder.
We were trying to think of the AKA for this episode. I love Live Free or Atlantis Harder.
This is the sequel to Die Hard.
It is. Live Free or Atlantis Harder.
I knew my brain would come up with something. Sometimes I just have to trust
it. We were like, what's the AKA for this episode? We're like, we'll come to it as we record.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Live Free or Atlantis Harder.
The end.
I was like, anything that happened this week of notage. I DM my second session later today.
Woo.
Already have a guest star coming in.
Fancy time.
Second episode.
What do I have to share? No news to report. Stormy is no longer astronaut boy.
It's cone free.
Cone free. Free as a dog. Yeah. Immediately. So, spoilers. His stitches never held.
Yeah.
The doctor, best vet in the whole wide world. If you're ever in Central Florida, you need a vet, reach out to me. The best vet in the whole wide world goes, so the emergency stitches they put in never really held.
Okay.
He's a little too active.
Yeah,
they were in there, but they weren't very tight.
They did their job.
So he goes, so he's healed. He's got a nice, cool little notch in his ear.
He does.
He goes, and then he goes, we took the stitches out. He's healing anyway. Yeah. Everything's clean. You're not a bad mom. Because that was immediately what my face said.
You're not a bad
You did everything fine. And I asked, is he in pain? They said, no. Is he infected? And they said, no. And I said, should I get new stitches put in? And the vet goes, I mean, if you want to, but it's purely cosmetic.
Yeah.
Meaning, don't do it unless you're that vain. So Stormy is going to be fine, and he has cool scars, and men, chicks dig scars.
Scar is about you. You're so vain.
So that's the latest on the Stormy front. He's got a cool scar, and And domestic partner Jesse just keeps telling them, hey man, chicks dig scars.
Yep.
And he's not wrong.
Bitches dig scars.
Yeah. And it's okay to say that to Stormy because he's literally a dog.
He's literally a dog.
Yeah.
And female dogs are bitches.
Yes.
I love dog puns. Kaylee got signed off her bill of health yesterday, but that's not nearly as fun.
A little chubbo. I think that part's fun. She's a little chubbo. There's nothing more fun to me than like your corgi's fat because corgis are
fat.
Yeah.
She's not actually fat.
She's not even close.
She's not even close to being fat.
No.
Not even close.
We do, however, know a fat corgi, and we will ask the owner if she is willing to let us share pictures because that is a big boy.
That is a big boy.
He's a sausage. He's a sausage.
And it's like, it's not her dog, it's the family's dog. So like,
yeah, it's
really
like
nothing that she tries.
It's like it lives with her parents and she no longer lives there. So she's like, somebody please walk this dog. Yeah. For the love of
corgi.
God, somebody walk this dog.
I mean, Kaylee's up to 40 pounds, but she's not full corgi, so.
No, I would love to know what little man weighs. I'm not even going to share his name to protect the innocent.
To protect the innocent.
But we will check in with our friend and see if he allows us.
It is a fluffer boy.
It's like you put him in a Spanx made of fur.
I know.
Because he just looks like round.
He's just this little fat corgi.
He's
okay. I mean, for a dog that always looks like chubby, because
like
I'm
surprised the legs touch the floor. That's how chubby this dog is.
Oh, I feel so bad for him.
Oh, puppy.
Okay, so this episode, first, are we gonna do anything else we're gonna say?
I don't think so.
Oh, we have Patreon people. Pod card's coming. I have to finish drawing it, and then we have grand plans for this month.
We have not forgotten about any.
We have not. We have really, really, really big plans. For this month because we couldn't do it before this month. And B, there will be a cool thing on Patreon later this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one last thing.
Yes.
I think it's a tease, but my hopes are up.
Yeah.
The Farscape DVDs have made it to the top of the PlayStation.
My favorite is how frequently this has been teased. It's becoming like this ongoing.
Remember the thing was that we're trying to get domestic partner Jesse watching.
Oh no, I fully.
So the thing is, they made it onto the PlayStation purely of his will.
Yes.
I did not put them on the PlayStation. So he has now set them out on the PlayStation.
The thing I love is I understand why it hasn't happened yet. But from the listener perspective, it's just like that thing that keeps being
I don't
promised.
know how to share this. I hope that you have a person in your life that works this way and then you understand. There is no telling this person what to do.
Well, it's also
absolutely no way to tell him.
Also, to express to the listening audience how no time you have to do that thing.
Guys, let me share with you in case I haven't. I am going to take a minute to share about the disastrous situation that I put myself in.
You're succeeding well, though.
I'm doing all right. So I'm a communications major. There's a couple of general eds you got to do. Math, no problem. I took statistics. I like math. I did well. It still has to do with people.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. Have not met my science requirement. I keep pushing it off. I keep pushing it off.
Because Grace is not a science brain like Nixie
is.
I
don't like the science things. I don't, you know what? It's not that I don't like them. It's that I'm intimidated by them. It's pure intimidation. So I finally got to the point where my advisor goes, you have to take a science class. You can no longer take any other classes until your gen eds are met.
Yeah.
You've got to meet this one. So your options are you take it this semester, which was last spring. And I was like, not happening. Not happening because then I can only take the one class. Yeah. It's a science with a lab. Or you can take it during the summer. I was like, sweet, I'll take it during the summer. Take it at the general college, at the junior college. No big, piece of cake. That's what I thought. So she's like, sign up for a bio course, no big deal. You just got to pass it. So I signed up for the hardest biology course in all of biology that is ever biology.
Yes.
And then on top of that, I signed up for the 8-week course versus a 16-week course. Because when I signed up, my brain said 2 months, cool.
Yeah, cool,
then it was just done.
It's easy.
But what I did not know is that the only biology classes offered in the summer were for medical students, for biology majors.
Of which you're not.
Of which I am not. And so the demands of the course and the expectations are a lot higher, which is absolutely appropriate.
100%.
If these people are eventually going to be giving me medications,
they should probably know what an elbow is.
They should understand the metabolic pathways of a cell.
Yeah.
But I don't give a shit. And now I have to. At least for the next.
You only have to give a shit
for like 6 more weeks. Yeah, 5 more weeks. I have to give a shit for 5 more weeks. So what I'm getting at is there's a lot of fucking work and a lot of fucking
And it's
studying.
not like you have like a full-time job or anything.
And
that works awkward hours.
A full-time job with these crazy hours that requires a lot. Everything I'm doing right now is painful because all of it's requiring growth.
Yeah.
Including those things, and then the nonprofit that I'm on the board of that I love, and I will not let it slide.
Go HeroSpark, by the way.
Yeah, forever. HeroSpark.org if you want to donate to cool people doing things with Dungeons and Dragons and kids.
Mainly just Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, that's you. So yeah, I screwed myself.
Yeah.
I screwed myself. The good thing is, come July, we're out of this, and we can fully take on one of our big projects.
Yes, the big project for the Patreon, because we love you, and secretly we really want to do it for ourselves.
Yeah, and the goal was to start it in the summer, so we're not actually doing that bad. We're maybe a month behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. November 8th, 2004. Written by Martin Garrow, who, by the way, is like does all the blind spot stuff now. And more connections.
I saw that. Oh, I know what you're going to talk about.
There was the first part of the season finale was directed by someone we know pretty well.
Little known, scientist / actress / director.
Person by the name of Amanda motherfucking Tapping.
I love that we both went there and did not know that the other was going to.
Also, 6 degrees of my life. Ashley Johnson, Critical Role. Everything is still Critical Role.
So many role.
Yes. Directed by Martin Wood. So previously on Stargate, there was a massive double hurricane, and the Janai are dicks.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Janai are assholes. Kolya is a bitch face.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
So previously on rolls directly into the episode.
Yeah, there's no
really nice. Yeah. Kolya is holding the gun on Weir, who is rightly so fucking terrified because this man is unhinged. And I give Rodney credit. He does not realize necessarily when he steps in right in front of Weir.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you need her for the codes and all this stuff. You can't kill her. And then all of a sudden realize that he's standing in front of the gun in front of an unhinged man.
Yeah. But also you need me. That's right. I said that. Bye.
Package Gyllenhaal. We, both of us, without us, there's no end game. You don't know what chess is.
Yeah.
Please don't kill us.
Please stop killing.
Basically, if you kill us, you don't get the city, and you want the cities. That means you can't kill us.
Yeah.
And Rodney does, as I'm sure I would do in this situation, just keep rambling.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Long after Kolya puts the gun down, just doesn't stop.
No more words now. Bye.
I would all the words. So Kolya walks away as Weir tries to make friendly with Sora, which, shocker, doesn't work.
Yeah, don't do that.
And then Weir points out to McKay that he's like, you stood in front of a gun for me. He's like, yeah, don't thank me yet. We still only have 2.5 hours until we're fucked, unless our luck changes. Cut to, I'm just every shot of the ocean and the storm in this episode is like, I just want to live in it, weirdly enough. Like, it's just, I know how hard it is to animate that water.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
It's at some point I wrote them graphics though.
Oh, dem graphics.
That's all I wrote. Maybe that's the AKA.
Oh, dem graphics though. So Kolya radios John. He's pondering what his best move is to say here, and he decides it's best to tell John that Weir is dead.
Because that's not going to just fucking push him over the edge. How is that the smart idea?
And careful, because McKay will be too. And as you expect, John does not take that well.
No.
He's like, okay, I will kill you then.
Yeah. Because why the fuck? The only thing holding me back from killing you before was weird.
And it's not a threat.
No.
It's just matter of fact.
He's like, I'm just going to take all of us down now.
Yeah.
Just take everything down. Yeah. There's no reason not to. I will say I love his sad, angry face.
Yeah.
His angry face.
He's puppy-like face, man.
Yeah. Well, it's just like this great soap opera.
Oh, yeah.
Level excruciating weird grimace thing.
Full on Joey Tribbiani.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
In the best way possible.
Yeah. And then it's like, of course, and he's being pelted by water. So then he's like the squinty
There's a lot of water acting in this episode.
Yes. Yeah.
Lots of water acting. And then John runs back off into the city. And credits.
Dun, 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 dun.
So back in the control room, Landon is just marveling, like drooling over the city.
Yeah.
And the sensors, and he finally found John on the sensors and sent some people off to try to get him. Spoilers, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
One thing I love about the graphics in this scene is a lot of times when you have sort of these heads-up displays or these graphics on computers, and you have like that tracker going around, it's like immediately goes one point to the other. Like it doesn't. It's like it knows where it's like pre-planned and knows where it's going. In this case, it's like it overshot a little, like someone's controlling a mouse.
Yeah.
It's a little more organic.
Yeah, I like that.
It was really nice.
It makes it feel like it's really working.
Yeah.
Is there a Kaylee? Oh, that is a Kaylee.
There is a Kaylee. Kaylee keeps trying to lick the bottoms of shoes and is getting in trouble for that.
Well, I can't blame her for trying.
They're tasty.
Yeah.
The bottoms of shoes are really tasty.
She's a weird dog.
She's weird. So we see John running around watching his life science detector, and I was about to call it, I was trying to abbreviate it, and I realized the abbreviation for life science detector is LSD, and I went, let's not do that.
Let's do it. LSD.
LSD.
He's tracking LSD.
He's tracking, he's watching.
I just made a point to remind myself that, look, it's shitty to be tracked by bad guys.
Yeah.
But if we're going with the Die Hard references, at least he has his shoes.
He does. He at least has shoes in this episode. So in the mainland, back at Jumper 2 with Carson Ford, Teyla, and some Athosian hunters, the storm is hitting hard.
Yeah.
Carson solves the question of why doesn't the jumper roll over and get pushed around the winds? Inertial dampeners.
Because of inertia. When I took physics in high school, again, I'm going to go back to my science.
Your science brain.
A science brain that gets very little use and it's very traumatized. It's just living in a dungeon the whole time of my life.
Are there dragons there?
Yeah, there are dragons and there's yes.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
But anytime my physics teacher, who was great, asked us a question, he kind of looks like Dumbledore. When I read Harry Potter, he kind of looked like,
I see it.
Mr. Quiggle, which also the name Mr. Quiggle
is a character from Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yeah. And he would look at me and ask me a question, and I'd go, because of inertia. And so the reason I did that is because he would always answer very matter-of-factly, because he's a science person. He goes, well, technically, yes, but there's more.
Because magnets.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
Basically, Carson is messing with the ballast of the ship is a way to think about it. He's, So Ford is annoyed at Carson doing this because he thinks that Ford, this entire thing is just like a bundle of nerves.
Yeah.
And like the two of them are bickering because it's all they have to do in the moment.
Sure.
And
through the whole episode, he's rechanneling his frustration and irritation
towards Carson.
He needs to. That is definitely something he'll need to work on.
Yes,
as a leader, as a person who wants to be a leader.
And I get a feeling that this is probably one of the first times he's had to be a leader in an actual stressful, not practice situation.
When you're a leader in a crisis situation, you have to learn to manage the stress.
Yes,
and not put it on your people.
Yes,
which feels obvious, but.
He's young and he's experienced, and he's probably, again, any training or any scenarios where he's practiced this has probably been with other military people who take it better.
Learn how to do that.
Carson doesn't.
No, I'm a doctor, not a soldier.
So we see John running around. Oh, nope, I skipped that part.
Just kidding.
John, actually it works. John is now stealthing through the city, running around, rolling high on stealth, doing good. Back on the mainland, the range
his detector, by the way, is definitely an altered Game Boy.
Oh, 100. Well, I think it's like an old Palm Pilot.
That might be right, too.
Yeah.
One of those. It's either an old Game Boy or an old Palm Pilot. I'm like, it's definitely something that we can make.
Oh, 100%. Back on the mainland, the rain just ends. And the sun comes out. So John is still stealthing. He sees the LSD. The people are coming.
Yeah.
And here's people on the floor below him because he's on like the balcony thing. This is, I think, one of the first, I think I said this last episode, one of the first clear indications or making full use of the Blade Trinity sets.
Oh, yeah.
They did it in the SG1 episode beforehand. But yeah, these are recycled Blade Trinity sets.
Fair. I don't think I've seen any of the Blade movies, so I'm just believing.
I will just say, look, the first Blade movie's great. It's not 100% my style. Blade Trinity, you need to watch it only for Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, okay.
Because he's basically it's
Ryan Reynolds.
It's Ryan Reynolds.
I'm gonna add that to the list of things that I will get to.
He's literally just Deadpool.
2022.
He's literally just playing Deadpool. Like his character in Blade Trinity is Deadpool.
Someday, you guys, I will have free time.
Yeah. Anyway, he drops some smoke grenades and fades away.
He literally smoke bombs out of the room.
He literally smoke bombs out of the room. Meanwhile, Kolya brings McKay and Weird to the last grounding station.
Yeah.
They're instantly soaked. And McKay...
everybody's sexier that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's definitely sexy, Ray. It's definitely that really sexy.
Sure. Not the drowned rat look at all.
Clearly not like it's just a drowned fucking rat clinging
like,
on
God,
for dear life.
I just keep thinking how cold they all were.
Oh, God. Yeah. That would be both miserable to live through in real life and miserable to film.
Yeah. Like just the teeth chattering cold that happens. Yikes.
McKay tells Kolya off for having his men cut most of the wires on the control panel. And initially McKay is like, yeah, we'll have this back in like 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And starts holding a light for him.
No.
John, still stealthing.
You moved beyond to something that I wanted to point out. Because we see the fiber optics, right? We do. The only thing I can think of is that someone went to Disneyland and before the electric light parade went to one of the kiosks and bought the weird little fuzzy light things because that is exactly what's in there.
Plugged one into the top and plugged one into the bottom.
That's exactly what we're working with. Those were my favorite thing when I was
no, I legit had a couple from Disney.
Do they still have them?
I'm pretty sure they do.
I need it.
On the trolley carts that go around. Yeah. Right
next to the churros.
Right next to the churros. Can I have a illuminated churro too?
Yes. I'm sure that's safe to eat.
Sure. It's fine.
Or maybe just a toy churro that's illuminated.
And let's just put safety in quotation
marks.
Like
where the sugar is actual little lights.
What's the point of having anything shaped like a churro if you can't eat it?
Because you can hit people with it.
That's just nunchucks then.
Oh, it's a staff weapon.
Okay.
Because it's a really big churro.
A quarter
I don't know what
churro.
Happening. I don't know what I just
A quarter staff in the shape of a churro.
Churro staff.
Churro staff.
Yep. Churro staff weapon. Got it.
Okay, so John is still stealthing. Stealthing away. And you can he's starting to pant. Yeah. He's actually getting tired because he's been running around the city for how long. And he comes to an area and he gets an idea and he leaves a smoke grenade. Smoke bomb. On the mainland, they come outside the jumper and they realize they're in the eye of the hurricane. For just a moment. Yellow sky.
Words.
I was almost going to just call this AKA Hamilton reference.
I like it. AKA Hamilton reference. We can have multiple AKAs.
Yeah, exactly. The reference is just singing Hamilton.
Feels appropriate.
So they realize that they have 10 minutes before the storm kicks back in. And so Ford wants to just fly up and over.
Yeah.
Because again, spaceship can do that shit.
Super cool. Yeah.
So we
I want to be able to, like, how cool. I know that there's satellite imagery that we've seen of the top of hurricanes, but how cool to just fucking see that.
Yes. Also terrifying.
But yeah, it's like, hey, don't come up here.
Well, we were on the very edge of the hurricane eye, the last one. We didn't, because I remember clearly we didn't get full calm.
The big giant one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most recent one. We didn't get full calm, but you could tell it lightened for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
The eye went.
Well, yeah. I mean, we are in Central Florida, and this thing did basically encompass Florida, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I just remember at work very clearly, like, the skies lightened.
It softened.
And we were on the edge of the eye.
Yes.
Guys, that was fun.
So much fun. Much fun.
The work only started leaking all over the place.
Luckily, our section of the building did not.
Ours was fine.
The most fun part is we never think to have food.
Well, I think the most fun part is when you remember that you work next to an entire wall of glass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to remember that. Guys, welcome to hurricane season down here. It just started literally today. Maybe yesterday.
Welcome. Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Welcome to the start of hurricane season.
That's not on the top of our minds all the time. Okay, bye.
Okay, so anyways, they're in the hot. They want to fly up and over the other half of the hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
And we get the classic, I'm a bloody medical doctor, not a magician. I cannot do a Scottish accent, or I would. And Carson tries to get Teyla on the side, and Tayla's like, no.
Meh, I'm kind of a badass too.
No, just fly.
Tayla's like, nerves of steel. Got it. I'm there.
You're a leaf on the wind. No.
Don't do that.
No.
And death.
Don't do that.
Spoilers. So of a show that ended, 10 years ago?
That is the most, that is up until Avengers Endgame, that's the most shocked I've ever been in a movie in the theater.
Was it a theater movie?
It was.
I didn't realize that.
It was. And they actually previewed it for a ton of people, and the original audiences, because brown coats are awesome, didn't spoil it for anyone.
Yeah.
And so I went opening night, and then I died a little inside.
Strum again and washboard.
I literally yelled in the theater. So
what? Nixie, get excited.
I got a little emotional. So Landon is directing his people to where John is, into the room that he left the smoke bomb. They should be right on top of John right now.
Weird.
He should be right there. And then
good phrase there.
We actually see that John is just above them in the scaffolding as we see the red dot on someone's head.
How the tables have been inverted.
And all the blips in the control room go away.
He went full Mission Impossible.
He did.
I love it.
I was waiing for him to belay down.
Yeah.
So Sora radios what just happened to Kolya.
Yeah.
Who's like, get everyone else in the control room. Fuck this shit.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Weir's like, why the fuck did you tell him 15 or 20 minutes? Like,
yeah, Weir's like, hey, look, the first lesson in management is
Scotty time.
Under report, over deliver. Tell them it's going to take longer.
I always say Scotty time.
That works too.
You always say longer than you need to, because either A, you have more time you need, you don't have to rush, or you can deliver it in less amount of time and look like you're fucking badass.
Yeah. Yeah.
But McCain's like, I did it so he didn't kill us.
Fair. The fact that he made any negotiation at all is a big deal.
I don't think it was really a negotiation.
Or an attempt, I guess is the right word.
But anyway, Weir points out that how once they fix it, they're not going to be useful anymore. McCain's like, fuck, I didn't think of that.
But also, again, when we talk about their poker faces at some point, he's got no room to make up lies.
No.
He'll see right through them.
He's me.
Yeah.
He's me. So Weir's like, stall, make shit up. Something isn't jiving, the codes with the cross-reference and the techno-babble. Just give John more time.
Just say a lot of words until they don't want to listen anymore.
Basically, you're really good at that, McKay. So just as you can hear Kolya call Sora to call Chief Cowan to ask for more reinforcements.
Yikes.
A full company, just to make sure John can't take everyone out. John's like, challenge accepted!
Oh, what was that? Yeah.
So meanwhile, John is on the move again, thinking, what would McKay do?
Hmm.
And then runs off with an idea.
Yeah.
And the jumper heading over the storm. Carson is coming in real hot and steep to Atlantis.
Uh-huh.
But they have
they
to,
did it.
But then they're like, we have to get to Atlantis before we can contact John. And I was like, why? You were talking to him while you were on the mainland. Was it going jumper to jumper then? Were you not like calling him over the radio?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, because they're somehow they're aware that it's an open channel that the bad guys can hear.
They didn't stop it before.
Right.
When they were clearly talking, hey, why don't you come in as reinforcements?
True.
So I don't know if that was because it was specifically
he was in the jumper. Yeah, maybe it was the jumper to jumper.
So John's what would McKay do leads into an aqueduct generator, which is a large red-hitting sign proclaiming really, really dangerous, don't touch.
Cool, touching
McKay.
that. Yeah.
John's like, looks at that and goes, touchy, 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 touchy.
Yeah.
And he pulls out the control switch and runs.
Got it. Bye.
Like, just like a kid pulling a cookie out of a cookie jar.
Yep. You smooth
fucking bolts.
like a Drakey grabbing a shoe out of my closet. Anytime that kid moves, look, he's always strolling. The minute he puts it into overdrive,
you see me strolling.
Yeah.
Rolling. I literally don't know this song. That's the best part. That's all I know about the song, and I don't even know if I sang it correctly.
No, I'm not even going to tell you otherwise. But that's how we know when Drakey's got something he shouldn't.
Because he's quiet.
He suddenly takes it into overdrive too. It's like, where are you moving so fast? Where are you going so fast?
That boy, you do not want to be quiet.
No, he's not a great rogue.
He would be a really shit rogue.
Yeah. It's a
great fair, Kaylee, I don't know if would be a very good rogue either. Kaylee at least has some stealth, maybe. Of the 3 dogs, she has the most stealth.
Well, Stormy's really good at not being detected. Like, he's like, I'm just always doing nothing.
That's true.
I'm just always doing nothing.
That's true.
And so because he's always quiet, you just assume that everything's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure
he's full good boy, so he doesn't do a lot of.
I'm fairly certain. Kaylee might be a ranger only because she's basically
really good with a bow and arrow.
No. I'm saying only because she's basically Vex.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll take it. Yeah.
That's why she's.
I don't know. My Stormy's just a good boy. Drakey's just nuts.
He's a little cray cray.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
He's like
full dog.
Full dog. So
what do we call him? He's a handsome felon.
He's a handsome felon. Yeah. Gets in trouble. So John pulling the pin out of the Naquita generator turns all the lights off in the control room. And Sora just eye rolls. She's like, what the fuck did John do now?
Now what did this motherfucker do?
So they inform Collier what John did, and he does not take it well.
No.
Which, fun fact that we learned, Atlantis is actually powered by 5 Naquita generators that they've sort of positioned around the city and that controls different parts of the city.
Smart.
So the one that he pulled was just for the control room.
Mm-hmm.
They still have most primary operations, but they've lost pretty much all secondary ones, and they can't track John anymore.
Damn it.
And as John transporters through the city, he hears all of this on the Janai radio.
Yeah. It's like, oh, please, keep talking.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
So while this is happening, McKay and Weir have I would say quiet, but it's actually loud because they have to yell over the rain.
Hey, let's yell at each other.
Which is basically just me whispering.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't whisper well.
Yeah.
And McKay is a shitty liar like I am.
Yeah.
He's like, you have to do all the talking.
I don't want to do any
I can't even look in his direction.
Yeah. Mostly because he's creepy and intimidating.
Basically. So Colia surprises them asking for progress. And Weir's like, we hit a snag. The jive doesn't jive with the bus of the wire connection.
And the phalanges.
Diagnosis.
With the dingle hopper.
Interference. Codes.
And some thingamabops.
McKay's like, half an hour. Just eat half an hour. Oh, God, don't kill us.
Please, please, please.
And with that, the lights at the grounding station go out.
Yeah.
John got to the generator.
Just kidding. Now we need like 7 hours. Bye.
No power, no fixie.
Why don't you just go take a nap now?
Nap time.
We'll just come talk to you after your nap. Okay?
And with no ability to fix it, McKay explains, again, exasperated at this point, that the plan will not work without dismantling or breaking apart this grounding station. He explains the whole plan again to Kolya, and with even one grounding station still working, like, there's not going to have enough energy for the shield.
Sure.
All or nothing scenario.
Yeah.
And we get another shot, just stunning shot of the storm coming for the city.
It is pretty great.
Oh
These storm shots are awesome.
Beautiful.
Scary, but awesome.
Terrifyingly beautiful.
Yeah.
So Sora comes over the radio pointing out that maybe, like, without the shield, they should reevaluate the goal for the mission.
Yeah, she's as annoying and as difficult as she is to stomach this episode. There's brains in there.
She's smart.
There's brains in there. She's just letting rule her
Revenge
actions.
plot.
Yeah, rule her. So yeah, don't do that.
But Kolya's like, yeah, no, we're 100% continuing to do this.
Yikes.
So fine, then we have to fix the generators and guard the ones that are left because our people totally know how to go fix the generators. That's a thing.
Super easy.
And while they wait, McKay cannot wait under the shelter. He has to wait on the ring, which is just a dick move.
Yeah.
It's a total dick move.
For no reason other than to be a dick.
Basically. Yeah. So Jumper 2 finally lands. Teyla and Ford run out ready to go. And I give, like, the Athosian hunter credit. She's like, I got a weapon, yo. Let me be useful. Tayla's like, no, calm.
Yeah, relax.
Calm.
Let me track these assholes first.
Yeah. So Tayla's definitely a ranger. 100%. So Ford turns to Carson. She's like, you remember how you're not in the military and you can't take orders? Carson's like, yeah. Ford's like, yeah, you take orders from me now.
Yikes.
I am the captain.
Yeah, he's not doing that great under pressure now.
And hands Carson the P90. And I'm really hoping and assuming that everyone who had to go on this mission, scientist or not, had some weapons training.
There's no way they didn't put them at least through like a little like softened
weekend summer course.
Yeah, like make them do like the obstacle course.
Yeah.
And learn how to use weapons.
Yeah. So,
and it's like one of those where it's like, if you don't make it over the wall, we're gonna help your ass out.
Exactly.
But you gotta try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we think he made it over the wall?
Carson? Yeah. He was complaining the entire goddamn time that he did.
That he's
I have
he might have had to have a boost.
Here's the thing that I feel like Carson is the same in me in this type of situation. I will complain the entire goddamn time. I will complain loudly. I will curse. I will think that I am not going to make it over the wall. I will end up being fine.
Yeah.
But I will complain the entire way.
I think Carson's a little bit may have needed a boost. He may have needed a little bit of a boost.
I have a hunch that like Roddick did, or like Zelenka, it was fine.
So
weirdly enough, Zelenka I think was fine in
you know what? McKay needed a boost.
McKay totally needed a boost.
He's like, I'm soft and eat a lot of chips.
The difference is that McKay didn't only half try because he's like, I don't care about this.
I think he only half tried out of fear that he knew he wouldn't do it anyway and didn't want to look like an idiot. Basically. So he's like, if I half try, then nobody knows whether or not I'm going to do that. We are, on the other hand, is like, I'm going to keep up with fucking Shepard.
Exactly.
Which she didn't, but she did damn well.
But she got damn well. No, I like I said, I like to feel
she may have kept up with Ford.
Carson is close to my heart, and I have a hunch. Ford won the entire thing.
That's true.
Ford like beat Shepard out.
Purely with youth.
Yes.
But if anything came to being clever.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Purely by like youth adrenaline, Ford was like the first one done.
Gotta go, just brute force.
No, I have a hunch Carson, close to my heart, was like, I'm sure I would have been, of like, fuck this shit, I'm not gonna make it, this thing is a piece of shit, blah, 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 curse word, and then just barely made it over the wall.
Whereas McKay and I are just like, no. No. For different reasons.
I like to think it's the Scottish in me.
Yeah.
I'm only making it over this wall if there's whiskey on the other side.
I have a doctor's note. I'm gonna know. I just made Nixie's bitter drink.
This is my
McKay.
My notes of nope.
Yeah, McKay has a note about like fallen arches or some bullshit or like shin splints.
My note
from running that he's never done. You know what I mean?
The eye, aka my note of nope.
Note of nope. I love it. I'm gonna use that somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Where were we?
He hands Carson a P90, and so they take care not to call John over the radio because they know that Janai might be listening. But Carson does get the LDS, and nope, LSD. Sorry.
Close enough.
I confuse letters, guys, really easily. Grace knows this.
The tracker thing.
You're lucky I got the 3 correct letters. I do love the line, since they can't tell who is who on the detector, that John will be the dot getting rid of the other dots.
Yay. And that's true. I'm going to use that one day for myself. I'm the dot getting rid of the other dots. And everyone's going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So the Janai are standing guard over the generator since it's quiet. They're in the eye of the hurricane. While the storm loudly roars outside. In the control room, Sora and Landon are, by the way, Ryro's name in here is Landon.
Right.
In case. Yes. Are waiting for this full company of Janai to come through, 60 or more in number, and the gate starts dialing in. They start coming through the gate.
This is my favorite part of the whole thing.
And then Landon is fucking taken out.
Yeah.
By John.
Yes.
Like sneak ups on him and get sneak attack damage because John took a couple levels and broke. I need to stop with the D&D references. Yes. Landon goes down hard, like real hard. He's out like a light.
Yep.
And John goes and turns the shield on.
Yep.
And this quickly Sora sees flashes as the bodies aren't even rematerializing.
It's like that song, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, except they're like, let the bodies hit the gate.
Yeah, let the bodies hit the shield.
Yeah.
Let the bodies hit the shield. Let the bodies hit the shield. Let the bodies hit the...
I am impressed. I have never been more impressed. This is so gnarly and awful and crazy.
Oh, it is so gruesome without having any blood.
This is where you like, yes, Shepard's taking a couple people out since he's heard about Weir's death, but this is where you truly see like, oh yeah, there's no holding back.
No,
he's just like, fuck it, any which way but loose.
And like Sora looks up and John's just like meerkat deer in headlights, like, oh
yeah,
bye.
What gotta go. Yeah.
No one can catch him as he runs away blindly shooting. And they can't shut the shield off.
Yeah.
And looks up and like she can't tell them to stop sending people from the other side.
Yeah.
And
you just gotta sit there and watch them all die.
Kolya demands answers from McKay on how to turn the shield off, pushing him all the way back to the railing, like almost pushing him over.
Yikes.
And like McKay's like, I don't know. I am not that brave. I have no clue.
Yeah. And I love that he adds that. Like, look, I truly am not so brave that I wouldn't fucking tell you.
And before Kolya command codes from Weir, it's over.
Yeah.
And the gate is shut down. And only 5 men out of 60 made it.
Cool. That makes me happy.
Yeah. It's like, that was 55 men just gone.
Well, you told John that Weir was dead.
Yeah.
What did you expect?
And Kolya is so pissed that he almost pushes McKay over the railing just like out of spite.
Yeah. He's a dick.
He's saved when McKay reminds him that Kolya still needs him alive if he wants this city.
Mm-hmm.
Like, technically both of us, you need both of us, and Kolya lets him go. The ocean below is mad.
Yeah.
And McKay like has this moment where he realizes how close he just came to death again.
It's angry Kraken time.
There is definitely a Kraken down there.
Yeah. I feel like
there's
so many things in that ocean. I can't wait until we actually start to explore it. I hope we start to explore it.
There's 100% a Kraken down there. And again, more beautiful imagery of the storm about to hit the city. So Landon is conscious again. He has to crack whatever security code John put in there. And they find out that some people that they actually knew did not make it through the gate.
Well, that's what happens. I'm not even sad for that.
No. So Kolya is mad that John just killed 60 men, but Sora makes a extremely valid point here
Mm-hmm.
that he did what he did to protect his home and his people, just
Right.
as you would have done
Yeah.
in this situation.
Yeah. You don't want people to play by the same goddamn rules that you're playing with?
Yeah.
Please.
Kolya doesn't want to hear it. He gives no
Right.
shits. He just wants more people here now, not later, now. And Sora's like, we're too late. Like in an hour, the storm, like all of the storm, we're already in the storm, but like the worst of the storm will be.
Yeah, we're gonna be completely fucked.
So John is hiding outside another generator where the Janai are guarding. Ford, Teyla, and Carson are also roaming. They can hear John and Kolya talking over the radio. Kolya has a proposition for John.
Mm-hmm.
John's like, I can't keep track. What's the score again?
Yeah.
Just,
Why should I deal with you?
yeah.
Please.
Kolya's like, some crucial generators have been disabled and components have been stolen. John's like, yeah, that sounds like something I did.
That though.
That was me.
Yeah.
So some constructive criticism for John. Kolya's like, I know you wouldn't destroy the city over letting me have it. And
I mean, do you really know that though? You've told him that Weir is dead.
Yeah. Well, then he goes, by the way, if you disabled it, then Weir and McKay are obsolete.
Huh.
And John stops in his tracks.
Yeah.
Weir's alive.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Kolya is just mad because he made that bad call by telling him that Weir was dead.
Yeah, and then forgot he made that bad call.
Yeah. So basically, like, if he had never said that, you might not have lost what? Almost 60 men, 55 plus the 3 that we know of. So you fucked up.
Yeah.
And now you're mad. And now you're trying to fix it. But whatever.
And Kolya says, if you don't fix the generator to the grounding station in 10 minutes, she will die again. And you have 10 more minutes after that. And then I'll kill McKay. And
then at this point, why is he supposed to believe that? He's already told him. Yeah, there's no credibility here.
As he said in the last episode, you've lost all what little credibility you had with him.
Yep.
And after that, after McKay's dead, they will take what they can from the city and leave the city for the storm to destroy.
No, you won't, because dead.
John's like, it's not enough time. I'm not that close to the grounding station. Kolya's like, I don't care. 20 minutes.
Fuck that dude.
So in the armory, the trio loads up. Ford picks up a Wraith stunner that they stashed there because if he sees anything moving, he'll get shot. And if it's John, then at least it's stunned instead of killed.
Sure, yeah.
Smart thinking. Although Ford, Ford's like, well, they're going to hear you talking from a mile away, Carson. And even Teyla, like, has this very diplomatic expression, like, fucking children.
Yeah, can we not put this? Can we stop it? Thanks, bye.
And as they head out, I like how originally Carson sort of tries to take the lead, and Ford's like, "Yeah, squishy, hey, squishy."
Yeah, that part's true. Like,
back up.
The least you got to be in the middle. Squishy's in the middle always.
My characters always go in the middle.
Yeah,
I always play.
You do always play squishy.
I always play magic users.
Yeah, that's fair.
Those magic users are always more squishy.
Not necessarily, but
I don't know.
True
Sam's
that
pretty
part.
badass.
Yeah.
Sam's not very squishy.
Yeah.
So they get a city map, and somehow they think Carson knows how the generator system in the city works.
Yeah.
Is it just because he's closer to McKay than the others?
He's like, you're the only smart one in this group. Basically is what's happening.
They know it's going to be an ambush.
But it's like saying, Grace, you must know how to operate on someone. It's like, because you know medications. It's like, nah, bitches, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Have you heard me talk about this bio class? Yeah.
To be fair, out of the two of us, the one who's probably better at like instant first aid trauma stuff might be me.
Well, you do have the mom that you have. Well, see, I'm pretty good with first aid things, but don't ask me to cut someone open.
No, but I'm just saying. I also went to a safety camp that my mom used to teach at, so I learned how to like set limbs out in the forest.
Nice.
And shit.
There you go.
That's more of like.
I think between the two of us, we can restart a heart.
Sure.
Figure it out.
You got a battery out of a car?
Look,
no problem.
When the zombies come,
this is
between
be very
the two
important.
of us, we'll make shit work.
I will make all new clothing.
We will keep things clean.
Listen,
we will cauterize wounds.
I'm not going to be the fighty person.
Yeah.
But
definitely not me. I don't know. I feel like you're pretty good with a stick.
Poke them, stick them with the pointy ends.
Yeah.
That's all I know. They know that's going to be an ambush at the power generator for the grounding station. So Carson makes a guess. They establish the marching order, squishy in the middle. Ford's like, don't talk or shoot things unless told. That's an order.
Yeah, okay, relax.
So John makes his way through the city, and we have a beautiful continuous shot of John like walking through, seeing people are coming, hiding, and then they walk past and he moves on.
Yeah.
I love it so much. So he gets to the generator. He's about to put the power back in, and the Janai soldiers stop him.
This sucks.
The trio, meanwhile, arrives at the wrong generator, and somehow they get mad at Carson.
Again, poor Carson is like, I didn't even want to be here today.
And I know it's just frustration on Ford's part, and Carson is just the brunt of it. And Carson,
this entire thing, Carson has wanted nothing. He never wanted to be on the jumper.
No.
Never wanted to go to the mainland.
No.
Never wanted to come back.
No.
He wanted to be out with the other Athosians getting drunk off his ass.
Basically.
Yeah.
And Ford and Carson start bickering at each other, and Teyla has to break them up.
Yikes.
So this generator is working, and apparently they know which one controls the control tower. So they have 3 generators, 2 minutes. So the best bet is to just try to go to one closest to a transporter at this point, which is logical. And again, they're like, which one is it, Carson? Carson's like, what the fuck do you think I know?
Fucking eeny, meeny, miny, mo that shit.
You pick one. He's like, I better pick the right one or I'll hear it from Ford.
Yikes.
So John is still on his knees with the Janai guns on him. And John doesn't want to be like a bad prisoner or anything, but I need to turn this shit on or Chloe's going to kill my people.
Yep.
And just as John turns around, he sees the trio.
I love this because it's like, turn around. It's like, damn it. Oh, cool. I'm so glad I turned around.
No, you turn around.
Yeah, no, you turn around. Yeah.
And instead, Aiden just hits them with the stunner in the back. So John's like, what the fuck took you so long?
Yeah. And they're probably all Carson.
Yeah. Also, hold that thought. I'm going to get the generator working again. I like that. Did you know that there's a storm outside?
Yeah. Hey, did you hear?
We're a little slow because of that.
Did you hear about the storm?
It's cluttering up traffic.
It's super not cool.
There's storm traffic.
It's a bit of a drizzle out there.
At the grounding station, you can see the power come back on, and Weir and McKay are huddling for warmth, and they're forced to sit in the rain since Chloe is a douchebag. And now the power is up, and McKay can get back to work.
Yay.
Sora's heading to the Aqua generator, where John was, and she hears the team voices and sees that Teyla is there. All other things she was doing this episode stop.
Yeah, she's like, nope, I've got shit to handle.
And she starts following them. So McKay's working and tells Weir that if this doesn't work, and Weir's like, stop. He's like, no, seriously, if this doesn't work, Weir's like, no, fuck that.
We don't work in that mindset. Yeah.
And there's no option except for it to work. We only live in an option where it works. And I love how this is like, it's like I don't know if I'd call Weir the optimist, but it's like the pessimist versus the optimist.
Well, see, to me, it's the scientist versus the non.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I'm purely just living on facts. And she's like, no, I know the way the human mind works.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's the scientist versus psychiatrist, if you will.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's like, these are the facts. And she's like, I don't give a shit. Nope. I know what the human mind is capable of. Yeah. Therefore, it's going to work.
So I think she's just not allowing her to think of the other alternatives. Yeah. So it does, the grounding station separates in a crash of waves. So as the team heads through the hallways, John fills the others in on what the grand plan is with the lightning and the hallways and the shield and shit.
Sure, yeah.
So Aiden has done his homework. He knows that of all the times that the SG teams have used lightning to power the gates. And again, when he's saying this, he's going off on a slight tangent. And yet when Carson tries to say something, Ford's like, shut up.
Seriously, what the hell?
Do it, Ford. Not a good look for you.
Why are you such a jerk face? Yeah.
So at the grounding station, McKay isn't quite done yet. He has to head to the control room and subroutines and stuff.
What? Words.
And weird codes. And everyone needs to be in the control room. That part's true.
Yeah.
And because if you're in your men are in the hallways are going to die.
Yeah. Because lightning.
And then I like how this scene is like intercut between the two sides, and Carson's like, "What the fuck kind of plan is that?
Why?
It's a Rodney McKay type plan."
Yeah. Yeah.
So they have, they have one place to go. It's a place where all the Janai are going to be because it's the only option unless you want cake or death.
It's like basically there's going to be a rumble in the control room.
Basically. So in the control room, McKay and Weir get to work, and Kolya's like, "Hey, Sora, why aren't you answering the radio?" Sora's like, "Because Teyla's here, and you no longer exist to me as a person."
Because eat a dick, that's why. Revenge.
My mission
I'm
is
going full rampage.
Yeah, my mission is now rampage.
Yeah.
Ignores Kolya and turns her radio off.
Jeez.
The team plots as they run.
Yeah.
It's a run and plot.
Yeah, or a plot and run, if you will.
Yeah. The jumper is safe because it's in the protected area. They do have to take the control room. So, like, once the shield finally activates, McKay and Weir are going to be expendable, and John does not trust Kolya not to kill him.
True.
Because it's not like he would just kill him because they're expendable now. He basically just kill him to say "fuck you, John."
Yeah, just to be a dick. We absolutely believe he will.
So John and Ford are going to head to the control room, the stairs, and Teyla and Curse are going to head for the jumper bay. Once there, they can basically lower the jumper into the control room and into the gate room as distraction.
Sure.
So the other two,
and then shoot all the things, kill everybody, take the night off.
John and Ford will take the control room, they'll get the shield up, city saved, Weir and McKay saved, take the rest of the day off.
Yep. Get some drinking in and eat some donuts.
And Ford, by the way, put the sunrise down. It's shoot to kill time.
Yeah.
I want a donut too. So in the control room, winds are picking up hardcore. I like to think the entire episode, when you see the poor trees in the background outside, I can basically see the guy laying on the ground, shaking the tree back and forth. Like
he's getting a real good workout.
Actually see it, but I know he's there, and it just makes me so happy.
Yeah, the guy's like, "Shake tree," and background, he's like, "Shake tree, shake tree,
shake tree." Get your arm workout today.
His arms are so sore.
Oh my gosh! So Weir tells McKay that they need to stall because John is out there, and he's like, "Yeah, enter your code." And
the random numbers.
Second code.
And then what's the last code?
Third code.
Yeah.
What's the plaid code?
Uh-huh.
So Carson and Teyla head off, and Sora quickly and unceremoniously pistol whips Carson unconscious.
Fuck.
Poor
Carson. He just has a shit luck.
It's a shit day for Carson.
He's like, I wasn't even supposed to be here today because full clerks. I'm not even supposed to be here today.
So Sora points her gun at Teyla. And when Teyla doesn't drop her gun, Sora points at Carson on the ground. And Tayla's like, "Yeah, no, you would fucking kill Carson. I like him."
Should have immediately just killed her. The second she saw her, just shoot her and be done.
So Sora wants to draw this out. She pulls out her knife and is ready to fight to avenge her father.
Rampage.
And Tayla's like, "I don't want to fucking fight you. There was bigger shit going on."
She's like, "Listen, child, I will take you out.
But if you force my hand, I know what I'm doing and I know I have a clear conscience. So bring it."
Yeah.
John and Ford get to their point on the stairs and they can't pick up the other two over the radio. So that's not good.
Cool. Things are bad.
Sora pulls out her knife, yelling that this was my father's and his father's before
Again, that's
him.
what she should have just full Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Like when the guy's just fucking
whip.
around with, just pull out your gun and kill her.
Shoot her.
Just be done.
Teyla pulls out her knife and is like, "We can do this fine, but I'm going to win."
Yeah.
Again, it is not a threat. It's just a matter of
I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
So they start fighting.
Fights are the
one
best.
is fighting out of anger. The other one's not.
Yeah. The other one's just like, stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's never good to fight out of anger. Sora does pull the first blood, though. Not that it means much.
Yeah.
In the control room, a massive tsunami wave is coming. And you hear that, and you don't quite get it yet. So McKay can't quite get the shield up. They're getting the lightning, and he's about to reroute it to the shields. But when he says "now," nothing happens. Now, nothing happens.
His response to this
is beautiful.
Yes.
So he's like, "This was always a long shot. The shield's not getting enough power." Landon's like, "There's serious flooding already on two of the piers." And Kolya is pissed. He's like, "You said this would work." And McKay turns to him and is like, "Asshole, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm an extremely arrogant, egotistical asshole who thinks all of my plans are
No
going to work.
shit, I said that. I truly believed it. Have you not gotten that impression yet?
And Kolya just responds by backhanding him across the face and calling him an idiot.
Well, yeah. He's a little bit not wrong.
I wouldn't call him
an idiot.
Yeah.
Sometimes
So
he's an idiot.
in this case, he's not, though.
Yeah.
So Weir's like, if you didn't notice, we evacuated the city. We knew this wasn't like a guarantee here. It was a long shot, and within minutes, Atlantis is going to fail. So you can either leave and live, or you can stay and go down with the metaphorical ship.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know if this is considered a ship at this point.
Go down with the city.
I mean, but it floats.
Go down with the floating barge.
With the flotilla.
This is great. I'm going to leave this.
That's a good look for you. So the storm is angry, and very much here. And so Sora and Teyla continue fighting. Some great fight choreography. Eventually, Teyla,
it is a really fun fight.
Eventually, Teyla sort of flips her over the stairs.
Yeah.
And we come back to
It's kind of hurt.
Yeah. So we're yelling at Kolya that you really are going to sacrifice all of your people on the off chance the city isn't destroyed. Like, what is it going to do for you?
Right.
So at that breaking point, he's like, fine, dial up the gate. Everyone evacuate. Not just my people. You two are coming with us. You will serve the Janai as punishment.
I love this. I feel like Weir's response is like when you've been talking to someone and you think it's friendly and then the other person thinks it's a date and she's like, oh no, that's not what I meant.
No.
Bye.
Bye.
You can go.
And I love McKay's like, what we did? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, bruh.
Teyla and Sora continue. Sora is like basically an angry rabid animal backed into a corner at this point.
She's just lashing out.
She is losing. Teyla has the high ground.
Mhm.
You were my brother. Like, it's not good.
Yeah.
You already know how this is going to end.
You were the chosen one.
Sora wasn't the chosen anything. So in the gate room, the Janai are heading out. John's like, changing plans. You get Ford, or no, McKay yells to Ford to get McKay. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
He goes, Ford, you get McKay.
Mm-hmm.
And he's being led down the stairs while Ford and John just open fire at the same time.
Sure.
McKay smartly is like, noped out of there.
Yeah, gotta go. This is my chance. Yeah.
John rolls out because, as we learned in Galaxy Quest, the rolling helps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kolya grabs Weir around the waist and is using her as a human shield as he walks backwards towards the gates. John's, and this is, to me, the best part.
This is where he shows his
of
most
everything.
badassery.
John's like, I will shoot you if you do not let her go.
Yeah.
And he's like, you won't risk hurting Dr. Weir. John's like, I'm not aiming for her.
It's like, bitch, do you know how many hours and hours and hours I've spent shooting things? I'm not worried about this.
Yeah. By the way, our guns are way better than your guns.
Yeah.
I actually hit the shit I aim for.
Yes. Do I look like a goddamn stormtrooper to you?
So he fires a single shot into Kolya's shoulder.
Yeah.
He lets go of Weir as he backs through the Stargate pane.
Yeah.
The gate shuts down as Weir stands up, and John runs over. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Are you okay?"
And now make out.
And Weir's like, "Fuck no, I'm not okay."
Yeah, she's super not okay.
He's like, "No time for that. You will be. Let's go work."
Yeah. Cool.
They run up to control room. McKay thought, he'd get the shield up and save the city at the last minute and be the hero.
Uh-huh.
And the tsunami will be in the city in 2.5 minutes.
Mm.
They don't know where Taylor Carson is yet. So he's like, at least give him 2 minutes then.
Yeah, you know what though? I have to give McKay credit. He is level-headed enough to realize we're fucked.
Yes.
In 2 minutes, everyone's fucked.
Yeah.
It sucks that we're going to lose these two people, but this is the right move.
It is.
Yeah.
Sora and Teyla are still fighting. Sora grabs Tayla's hand with a knife, and Teyla pulls an Arya before Arya did it.
Yeah, that's where she learned it.
Of dropping the knife, catching with the other hands.
She's a badass.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sora continues. So Teyla takes the knife, like takes the knife from her.
Yeah.
And just ends the fight. Backs her up into the wall, holds the knife to her throat.
She's like, just fucking stop it already so I don't have to kill you.
Yeah, and goes, this is not what your father would have wanted. This must end now.
Yeah.
And Sora's like, fine, then fucking end it.
Yeah.
Teyla's like, okay, I will, but not the way you wanted to.
Yeah, dude, stop with the drama.
Teyla backs off, holds the knife up, throws it to the ground before leaving to go find Carson and get to the control room.
Yep.
Leaving Sora to look at the knife stuck in the ground and kind of thinks for half a second and then follows Teyla.
Yeah.
In the control room, McKay's like, there's no time.
Mm-hmm.
Lose the two of them or lose the city. And when finally Teyla and Sora are bringing in a barely conscious Carson.
Poor Carson.
McKay hits the button and we see lightning shooting through the hallways.
Which is really cool.
So cool. As a wall of water looms.
As Atlantis takes its lair action.
Exactly.
And protects against the hurricane.
And they have to wait for the power to build. And McKay and Carson are like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Sucks.
The tsunami outside is terrifying in its height compared to the city because we've seen how big the city is. And finally, at the last second, the shield activates over the city, and the water breaking over this thing is like, mwah, it's just beautiful.
I would pee my pants.
Oh, I would there. Yes.
Yeah, but it's gorgeous.
I would be hoping my pants are brown beforehand. Inside, everyone is breathing a sigh of relief.
Jeez.
And yeah, at some point where it's like, I did actually doubt you a few times.
Yeah.
And like Teyla made a new friend as Sora looks around confused.
She's like, I don't know why I'm here. This is true. Like, what are they going to do with her now?
They don't know yet.
Yeah.
So sometime later, the storm has passed. The skies are beautiful outside.
Mm-hmm.
People are coming back to the city. They're not sure what they're going to do with Sora now. She's locked up. And McKay walks over with the worst bandage ever on his arm.
Over the sleeve.
Over the sleeve.
Over the sleeve.
McKay doesn't care. Carson had a concussion. He wasn't taking care of anyone else.
Sure.
But the East Pier was flooded. They're pumping that out already now. Mm. And on the bright side, McKay finally got a good meal.
Thank God. You got your coffee and your food.
All things considered, they're doing just fine.
This was an interesting episode.
And apparently the storms happen every 20 years or so. So
John's like,
time. How early can I book a day off?
Yeah. I'm taking that one off.
Fade to black.
Mm-hmm. Someone else can run around like a crazy person for the next one. Thanks. Bye. Yikes.
Yeah.
This one was fun. It was a fun little two-parter.
It's a fun times.
Die Hard Atlanteers.
Yeah.
Live free or Atlantis.
Live free or Atlantis hard.
I realize that grammatically it makes no sense, but I don't care. This was fun. The graphics.
That or a note of nope.
Yeah, a note of nope. The graphics are the shit.
The graphics. I mean, the graphics in Atlantis are already the shit.
Yeah.
This is just more so the shit.
Akoli is just the worst.
The worst.
Yeah, but we'll see. I'm sure Sora's going to come into play a couple more times, so we'll see.
She's there in Atlantis now.
I'm ready. I liked it. Let's keep moving.
So next week we're back and forth on Atlantis and SG1, and I will say that the next episode that we are watching is one that people have been waiting many years for you to watch.
Whoa.
We have Prometheus Unbound is the next episode, guys.
Holy crap. Now I'm like a little intimidated, but I'm ready.
People have been waiting for you to watch this episode because I actually watched this episode a couple months ago when my mom was in town.
Okay.
Because we were just watching
random ones.
It's one of the most fun episodes. You are going to love it so much.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Alrighty.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay, guys, we'll see you next week with Prometheus Unbound, and I get to go watch it right now. Yeah. Until then, find us on Twitter at Terra Podcast.
Find us on Facebook at There's No Place Like Terra.
Email us at theresnoplaceliketerra@gmail.com.
Patreon.com/There's No Place Like Terra. Rate us, like, or review us on Apple Podcasts.
Podcast. Apple's changing all their shit
on all the places you can find our podcast.
We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
Let's do this.
Yes.